Good morning, everybody. Patty here from whatdoesitmean.com. February 3rd, 2017. Wrath of Trump. Warned ready to descend upon shadow government. By Saoirse Fowle, as reported to her Western subscribers. Okay, I'm going to switch this to a better reading perspective. Okay, thanks. Wrath of Trump. Warned ready to descend upon shadow government. A grim new Security Council reported circulating in the Kremlin today is confirming that a Vatican communistic shadow government has now been established in the United States to destroy Freemason leader President Donald Trump before he can retake control of America prior to his world's oldest and largest organization of its kind, celebrating its 300th year anniversary on June 24, 2017. But if they fail, the catastrophic wrath of Trump will befall them all, unless World War III starts first. Kind of looks like that's what's happening. According to this report, one of the main central leaders of this Vatican communistic shadow government whose left-wing organization is spending hundreds of millions warning U.S. Democratic Party lawmakers not to cooperate in any way with Freemason leader President Trump. And, let's see, that would be George Soros. Okay, anyway. Important to note about Robert Borsage, this report continues, is that even though his Campaign for America's Future organization refuses to disclose its donors, his intentions to destroy America have long been known, and including his founding in 1974, the Center for National Security Studies. The CNSS, to compromise the effectiveness of the U.S. intelligence agencies. His becoming a director in 1979 of America's oldest left-wing think tank called the Institute for Policy Studies, IPS, that has long supported communist and anti-American causes around the world, George Soros, and who, in 1982, was a part of the IPS-sponsored group that visited Moscow to meet with high-level Soviet officials who were responsible for disseminating disinformation and propaganda for American consumption. To how Robert Borsage and his Vatican communistic allies have constituted this shadow government to destroy Freemason leader President Trump, this report explains, is through the subversion of those whose workers are now being ordered by their masters not to cooperate with the Trump administration, and who are also now communicating in violation of U.S. public record-keeping laws via encrypted messages. As to how exactly the resistance is planning on destroying Freemason leader President Trump, this report grimly notes has been revealed by another of these Vatican communistic shadow government leaders named who served as counselor to the Undersecretary of Defense for Policy from 2009 to 11, and a senior advisor in the State Department, and has stated that their first action plan, listen to this, their first action plan is to order Vice President Mike Pence to declare Trump mentally ill. Wow. And if that fails, to order a U.S. military coup to overthrow the entire United States government. Oh boy. Wow. This guy has just got to go. Look. As tens of thousands of American Catholics are now pleading with Freemason leader President Trump to save them from the Vatican's alliance with this shadow government, this report further notes diplomatic cables from Rome today are showing that Knights of Malta, for their supporting of Trump, thus leaving the pontiff's evil and feared Jesuit order firmly in control, and that Security Council has, likewise, gravely warned about by stating, with Pope Francis being the first Jesuit leader of the Catholic Church in all of history, the reason this ancient order was not allowed to have one of its members become pontiff is due to their radical global agenda for the 21st century, and that includes economic communism and political fascism in the American Empire. 2. Creating international anti-Jewish fury. 3. Creating international anti-Americanism. 4. Depression, anarchy, race war, martial law, foreign war, and invasion. 5. Destruction of the empire's heretic Protestants, Baptists, and Jews, as well as liberals. An elite is someone who's for themselves and not for the country. But, and as always, this report continues, the Western mainstream fake news media, loyal to this Vatican communistic shadow government, is shockingly blaming Russia for these Ukrainian Nazi military actions, with NATO issuing a dire warning to the Federation to stop something it isn't even doing, and as acknowledged by the world's largest private intelligence agency, the empty quotes, who warns that Nazi Ukraine's actions are designed to keep the United States from closer relations with Russia, and who are fully prepared to start World War III in order to accomplish it. To the fullest desired, wished-for outcome of the Vatican communistic shadow government launching their Ukrainian Nazi forces against the innocent Russian civilians of their nation, Security Council analysts in this report state, is their hope in that when the Federation military forces intervene to stop this genocide from occurring, Freemason leader President Trump will be forced to either start World War III or be overthrown as mentally unfit because he's too Russian friendly. Anyway, looks like President Trump has a major fight on his hands. And, well, I'm holding out hope on you. Holding out hope. Alright. Thanks for watching. Bye.